Garen, England, of course, will also have their backs against the wall. So, I mean, it really is going to be interesting to see these sort of two damaged sides have a go at each other. But, while we discuss that, let's just look at some of the other results as well. I mean, Australia getting over past Wales as we thought they might, but Argentina getting badly beaten by the Scots.
Yeah, if we go through all those results that you mentioned, I don't think England will be that upset. They're against the world champions. I think we talked last week about them being the two favourites for the World Cup. They're also missing a lot of players and who won't actually be back for this weekend either. But they ran the All Blacks pretty close at the end. They were leading for most of they led at half time. For most of the first half they led. The scoreline might have flattered them a little bit at the end. We talked off air about their last penalty try being a little bit like iffy at best. So that narrowed the gap to 3 points, and then they actually had the ball when the hooter went and just knocked on. So you don't know what would have happened there. But they will take a lot of confidence out of that game. I certainly think they'll be better next weekend against the Springboks, which is a bit of a concern obviously as well for us. But for me, this match this weekend will tell South Africa exactly sort of where they stand. If we get horribly beaten, against a team that are going to be contenders for the title at the home of the final, that will tell me far more than previous results to date. Then looking again at the Wallabies, Michael Cheika, his first official test in charge. They were fairly fortunate, I thought, to win. It took a last-minute penalty and a drop goal just before that to get over the line there. But I think the Wallabies long-term will just get better and better under Cheika. They've got some obvious issues at scrum time and missing some players as well. But they look to sort of be on the up at the moment. They've had some good results of late. And they've got a tough game this weekend against France again. So they've got a pretty tough end of year tour. And then disappointing again, Argentina. They were certainly better in the rugby championships. I expected them to beat Scotland, but they were pretty overwhelmed by the Scottish team, who showed some amazing passion. I haven't seen that from a Scottish team in a while. I think it might help that they've now got a New Zealand coach as well. They seem to be coaching a number of these international teams at present. Again, 41-31. I think Argentina scored late too.
Yeah, one stage.
Even narrow that gap, which is again an interesting match because Scotland are up next for the All Blacks, and you've got two New Zealand coaches in charge there. We thought this would be the easier match for New Zealand on their tour, but now they might not rest all their players, so it'll be interesting. But they've got the complete opposite scenario to South Africa. They've now had Aaron Cruden play pretty average, if you like, in the last two tests. They're now going to likely bring Dan Carter back, whereas you look at South Africa, we've got Pollard. Now we're talking about maybe going back to Lambie, who hasn't played much at Flav, or certainly hasn't started for a number of years now. So both teams sort of at different stages of their preparation for the World Cup. So it'll be interesting to see how this weekend's matches pan out.